Hi, this is TV comedy impressionist Christopher G from the other side of the pond saying hi, and I love the Queen Silvy show.
Today on the Queen Silvy Show, born a superstar, performing on national and international television and radio. Fall in love with the smile and music from bluegrass country singer-songwriter, touring musician, news anchor, disc jockey, and more, Dreyden Gordon.
Welcome to the Queen Silvy Show. Tune in at 11, good laugh, good vibe, that's for sure. Get smooth with Tim, get smooth with Tim. They have you rolling like you popped the pill. Once you hear the show, you ain't gonna want it to end. Get creative with the sounds you can make with your mouth. Reaching all over the world, Queen Silvy in the house. Award-winning show, got the #1 spot, look out. It's the Queen Silvy Show. 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 It's the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, this is Joe Mass. You are listening to the Queen Silvy Show. You are now part of the royalty.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live, it's time for the silky smooth sounds of Smooth Tim and Her Majesty herself, Queen Silvy.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim, and this beautiful woman to my left is Queen Silvy. I have every time I say your name.
I know.
Amazing.
Do it again. Do it again.
This beautiful woman to my left is Queen Silvy.
Magic. Yes.
Wow. Well, happy, beautiful Tuesday to you, Queen. How
That's
are
right. I am doing great. As always, I'm supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious, I suppose, is 24/7, 365. You are just simply
I know.
amazing.
Amazing.
Yes, you
Okay,
are.
I am amazing. True that. But you are amazing. Smooth, you are amazing. We have an amazing guest today, as well as some announcements.
Wow, do we ever? Obviously, since he started performing at the age of 2, this young man was born a superstar ready to perform. He's a singer, songwriter, touring musician. He's a disc jockey. He does a little bit of everything when it comes to music. Queen Dreyden Gordon.
Dreyden Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
I love that name.
It's going to be interesting. A very young man has done a lot of accomplishments in a very short time. So, yeah, we'll see what that interview should be fun. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. Are you kidding?
Also, let's get on to our announcements before we get into the interview. Our hearts and prayers going out to the world, everybody around the world. Everything's always stepped up, out in the Ukraine, and, things get crazy around here. People are getting shot up for absolutely no reason. Keep your guns at home. Keep them in the drawers. Keep them locked up, for God's sakes. Anyhow, if you would also, on the happier things, take a look at the top of the screen. You're going to see scrolling ways to get a hold of the Queen and myself. More importantly, go to www.thequeensylvyshow.com. Go over to the contact tab, scroll on down, and drop in your email to us.
Yes.
Also, because you are worth it, Foxy 5 Jewelry. Sassy, elegant, and affordable fashionable jewelry and accessories for you and or that someone special. Go ahead and get hold of Monica Wright on Facebook or visit her at her website at www.foxy5jewelry.com. And another way to keep up the Queen and myself would be to go to our YouTube page. So if you go to YouTube, simply just drop in the search engine, The Queen Silvy Show. You're going to get the results of all 3 of our shows, as well as some other movies, commercials, all kinds of stuff that we get involved in, whatever comes our way.
Right.
We're willing to do almost anything.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Anyhow, hey, please, YouTube, while you're there on the Queen Silvy page, please subscribe. We'd appreciate it.
Right.
Analytics from last week's. How about the UK, the USA? How about St. Vincent, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, people down there vacationing? Jamaica, Ireland, the Dominican Republic, and good old Canada up to our north. Thank you for listening on in. We appreciate
it. Absolutely. I forgot to say, because you threw me off with that nice, true compliment.
the
morning.
Beautiful or amazing part?
All of it.
Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are in this great world today. Yes, I am Queen Silvy of the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. I want you to know that if you are watching this live, Smooth and myself, we love and appreciate you. And if you're watching this later on an archive, what?
Our love is everlasting.
Our love is everlasting. We love and appreciate you on this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning Queen Silvy Show. You know I'm fasting and waiting to eat later, but my energy is raring to go.
Pent up, is it?
Oh, listen, I am hype and geek because I have a guest that, man, listen, I wish at his age that I went through and was so much of a superstar like this guy is. You're in for a treat. In fact, you have time to be kind and spread the word for someone else to come on in and get some of this super greatness we have in store for you. Like Smooth said, the phone lines are open. You're more than welcome to call in and ask our guest a question. Give a shout out or holler at Smooth or myself. That number is 817-602-0577. That is the number. I will do shout outs later in the show, so you do have time to message if excuse me, where you're viewing or listening to this. You can pop in your name, and Smooth, my good man, will make sure we get it taken care of and add it into my shout out list.
That's right, Queen.
I know.
How do you do that?
I know, because I'm what?
Amazing.
Amazing. That's why, because I'm amazing. But before I begin my conversation with my wonderful guest, what I like to do at this moment is I like to accept that apology. But I also like to give some motivational words from the Queen Silvy Show to you. Promise, no matter how hard it gets, that you'll never give up on your dreams. Stay true to yourself, yet always open to learn. Promise to fall in love with yourself no matter what, and make yourself a priority because you're worth it. You know, people with good intentions make promises, but people with good character, they keep them. So promise to stress less, smile more, and stay true to yourself. That's right. And those are some motivational words. Yeah, baby. From the Queen Silvy Show to you. You know my little ghetto word that I've used is yeah. I be like, yeah. You know, I'm just hyping myself up like I'm a boxer. Yeah. Because I am excited about this young man that is on the show. He is born a superstar, performing since the age of 2. Do you hear me? I won't tell you what I was doing at the age of 2, but listen. With a voice and style all his own, performing on national and international television, radio, and stages. Live from Eastern Kentucky. I introduce to you 18-year-old bluegrass country singer-songwriter. Wait. Touring musician. Hold up. News anchor. Disc jockey. He is a superstar for real. Dreyden Gordon.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Silvy and Tim.
Miss
I'm
Silvy.
proud to be a part of your program this afternoon, and I've been looking forward to this for some time now.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that makes my day because I have been looking forward to it. This was, if I was in Eastern Kentucky, I'd probably come over for dinner and be like, let me interview you right now. Right now.
Yeah, buddy, we'd do it too, I tell you what.
Listen, first off, I don't know if you heard it before, but I charge my audience every night before, so they're ready to go. So because of that, I want my audience to give it up to you for a few things. And I must say this before my interview. I want my audience to give it up to you because you are such a magnificent role model. You are a multi-talented young man, and you are an example of how to use your gift to bless others. Audience? Secondly, I want to give it up to your teen parents, the teen parents of Dreyden Gordon, and also to CEO Queen Jill Santabenitez of Nashville Entertainment Weekly. But wait, there's more. And finally, I want to give it up to you because this young superstar is nominated for an award with the 7th Annual Mississippi Music Awards, baby. Yeah. Oh. Whew, I feel better now. I can calm down and have a conversation. I mean, like that was it. No, there's so much more, and I'm honored to have you on the show. I know at the age of 2, you did clogging dancing.
Yes, absolutely. I started on stage at the age of 2 years old. There, didn't hardly know, hardly my left foot from the right foot, if I even knew that, to be honest with you. But used to have it. There was a place. It's still there. It's up the road from where I grew up at. They would have music there every weekend or every other weekend and stuff like that. And they'd have bluegrass artists coming in there and passing through and things like that. And they had this one artist. We used to go up every weekend, but they had this one artist. Melvin Gordon was his name. He was a multi-award-winning bluegrass pioneer, really. I mean, he'd been around through most of the history of bluegrass. And he came up there, and I used to watch some of the folks out on the dance floor there that would be dancing and clogging and things, and I'd go out there and do it, And at the age of 2, I would try to do it anyways, And Melvin saw me out there, and he pulled me up on stage, and I guess something stuck because here we are, 16 years later, and I'm still on stage. I'm not clogging anymore. There's been a lot of soup, beans, and cornbread under the bridge since them days right there, but.
But you have been from clogging 7 years old. That's when you got on stage, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Now you're a young man, 18.
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel?
Well, I guess it feels the same as it did yesterday, and probably the same as it will tomorrow. I don't know really how to answer that real good for you. I'm doing what I've always wanted to do, and I'm doing the things that I've always dreamed about doing, and I'm doing what I love. So
that means
I feel very fortunate and very blessed to be
absolutely.
able to do that.
Well, that is all that matters, that you're doing what you love. You're the only one in your family that plays music. I mean, like, how did it even come to Dreyden Gordon becoming and working musician the majority of your 18 years?
Well, my parents were very supportive, mother and father. they took me, or Dad really took me to a lot of shows, and I got to know a lot of the different artists and the different musicians that were around at the time, and they would invite me up to do songs on their shows, and I would, get up and sing or get up and play guitar, and been fortunate enough to work with a lot of my heroes on stage.
That is such an honor. It really is. And I mean, that's an honor, but another honor to me. I mean, like, I'm not even going to tell you my age, and I wish someone would do what you've gotten done to you. And you weren't even 18 yet. This young superstar, everyone, was commissioned a colonel by the state of Kentucky, which is the highest civilian honor. Oh, my gosh. If Michael Jackson was here, he'd say, you bad.
That is one of the things that I'm most proud to be a part of is the Colonel's organization. It's a nonprofit organization that helps people and other organizations throughout the state of Kentucky. It's made up of a lot of wonderful, true humanitarians and well-known artists and actors and different things like that. I mean, everybody from Winston Churchill to Shirley Temple and Betty White, and I don't know who all else. I mean, I could name you a list 2 days long, but it was truly a very humbling experience and an honor to be a part of, to be able to be made a part of the Colonel's organization. I was made a colonel when I was 12.
Wow. Wow. Can I get your autograph? I'm just saying. Hey, we have a Carla, I believe is what her name is. She says, what did you do for schooling?
I attended regular school throughout most of my life. The last 6 months of high school, I went homeschooled, but the rest of that I went to school. And I'll be honest, I missed quite a bit to go and play shows because I figured I'd rather be out there making money. And I was making a little bit of money, and I was proud to be able to be on stage doing what I love. And I figured I had a better chance playing music too than and to make it in the music business than what I would have had playing football or basketball. I used to play basketball and baseball both when I was very young, and I found myself skipping practice and skipping games to go play music. So I decided I had to give one up, and it wasn't going to be music. So.
Well, I think you early on, your parents saw the potential within you. You took heed and realized that's your gift. It's now your passion and your purpose. So you can do nothing but soar and succeed because you're on the right path. But I know dedication, discipline, everybody faces challenges, and those are just a few of the things that you have to endure when you're going to success, when you're succeeding. You've been doing this early on, like, take me back for a moment. Since 7th grade up until now, what's impactful? What's memorable experience that you went through early on back in the day? He's 18 and I'm going back in the day. Lordy.
Well, I graduated high school back last spring, so not even a year ago, I guess. Memorable experiences. I mean, from a very early age, all I've ever really known was playing on stage. That was because that was what I wanted to do, and that was what I was proud and blessed to be able to do. A couple years ago, I was able and fortunate enough to work the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, with some good friends of mine. It was such a blessing to be able to do that, and I was so proud to be able to add that list, that venue to a list of venues that I played. Of course, the Ryman is the same place where the Grand Ole Opry used to be held at all the time. Elvis Presley played that stage, Hank Williams Sr., Johnny Cash. I mean, so
Wow.
many iconic musicians walked out onto that stage. That was truly one of the most iconic moments that sticks out in my mind as far as places I've played and things I've done, I reckon.
That is so outstanding.
Until he steps into the circle.
Yes, yeah. Hopefully we can do that sometime.
I hope it does happen for you too, my friend.
So, you're a hardworking young man with so many hats that you have to take on. But that traveling on the road, that's a passion. You like traveling on the road and collecting the great songs and albums. But, a lot of people can say they love that, get the sleeping in and getting up performing. You are a strong guy. Are you still doing 80 to 100 shows on the road?
It's right around that. It might be down just a little bit with COVID restrictions finally starting to lift up. We're trying still to get back to the pre-COVID numbers, but it's pretty close to that. I didn't exactly sit down and count everything that I did last year, but it was pretty close to that if I had to guess. You know, you said something about the sleeping and things. You know, you find out really quick when you're on the road that you don't need 9 hours of sleep and 3 square meals a day. I mean, you can look at me and say, well, boy, that boy must eat 6 or 7 meals a day. But no, you do learn fairly quick that you don't need that 9 hours and 3 meals a day.
So what's your routine like then for Dreyden Gordon traveling on the road doing all these shows?
Well, I don't know really how to answer that question.
Well, you know, you guys do your practice, your rehearsals, you get on stage, but in your free time, what is it that you do? You don't sleep 9 hours.
You explore the city you're in. You go golfing.
I mean,
I'm actually trying to get into golfing just a little bit. I'm not very good at it, but it was always something I wanted to do. So now we're trying to learn it. I got a set of golf clubs a while back, but things. I mean, I fill a lot of my time with working when I'm here at home. I work at 2 radio stations and a local television station as a news anchor and a disc jockey. So that was another dream of mine that I was proud to be able to say came true. I remember being a very young boy, 6 or 7 years old, if that, and I would get on YouTube and look up songs I wanted to hear, and then I would act like I was disc jockey, and I'd say, well, that was such and such song by so and so, and you're listening to whatever fake call letter names I'd made up, you know.
That's all right. That's how it's done, man. That's how it's done. That is so great. I don't know if you're human or not because this guy is like.
We're doing our best to be human in an inhuman world.
Well, what's your favorite juice? I mean, what's giving you all this energy? How the heck is Dreyden Gordon staying motivated and driven? Because at any point you could have said, no, I'm not gonna, no, I don't want to, no, I'm tired.
Well, I say it's a lot of sweet tea.
I'm here with you on that one right there.
Sweet tea and coffee right there.
All right. So, you know, we have some newcomers in because when we put you out there, there are some that's coming in. But for any newcomers that's right now, describe from them your style and music.
All righty. Well, I like to tell everybody that I try to do a down-home kind of music that's relatable to everyone. I always try to do music and songs that I can relate to or that my audience can relate to. If I can't play music that they can relate to, I might as well pack it up and put the guitar under the bed because there is no use in going out there and just making a bunch of hoop-haw and hollering about this and that. But so I try to do kind of the old style, traditional country, traditional bluegrass and gospel music. I do a kind of a mixture of all of it, but I try to keep it traditional and down home, down to earth feeling, you know.
Well, that's loved worldwide. You said the perfect thing we all love and we all need. But, you know, back in my day, people would put the genre of the artist just pop or just rock and roll. But now we have where, you know, don't put a label on my genre because I'm versatile, because I do a little this, a little that. You started out with bluegrass. Now you do some of the country, classic country. What's the difference from bluegrass and country?
Well, I think if you asked a lot of people like record labels and things, they would tell you that money would be the difference, but that's not what I'm going to tell you. A lot of people, the listeners, would say it would be the music. You know, in bluegrass, you're not going to have a lot of the electric guitars and drums and things like that. Really, it's really the same down-to-earth, home-style music, home-cooked music, I guess you could say, if you will, just with a little bit of different instruments. I do a lot of country songs in the bluegrass style. A lot of those bluegrass songs can be made country, and a lot of the country songs can be made bluegrass. They work very well in either setting.
That's what's up. I know that you are self-taught with the guitar, and by the way, you're very good at it. How long you've been playing with the guitar? Because I know you're done with the calluses and stuff.
Well, let's see. I think I started on the guitar. I want to say I was 8 or 9. I started taking lessons. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't learn a dadgum thing from any of those lessons. And I took it home and I put it under the bed and I said, I don't know if I'll ever do this thing again, you know. And I pulled it out about the age of 11 and I picked it up and I said, I'm going to teach myself to play this thing. And 3 months down the road, there I am playing it on stage.
That's what's up.
what we was doing.
Well, what kind of songs did you tackle when you first started playing the guitar?
I was doing a lot of the old Hank Williams style numbers and some of the old Stanley Brother and Ralph Stanley songs like that. I remember the first song I believe that I ever learned was House of Gold, an old Hank Williams gospel number that I still get a lot of respect for and do on the road shows quite a bit.
Here, I thought he was, earlier when he was talking, I thought he was referencing another Hank song when he talked about the little dance hall up on the hill.
Aha! You know, music is one of the most powerful healing forces in the universe. And if you're one of the gifted ones who has the gift and you're presenting this music, you know, we're thankful for artists like you. I mean, you haven't quit. You started on early, and I see no way if you quitting. I can see you in a wheelchair as an old man bringing it down in your surroundings. But tell me, Dreyden, what is music to you? It has to be something so far out for you to be so passionate and into it.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for those kind words. And I want to go ahead and say thank you to you and Tim very much for what you do to help musicians and artists to get their music exposed and to get them out there, and for all that you do within the musical community and anything else that you do.
Thank you.
But really, I guess as far as the music goes, let's see, the question was, what was the question? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
What's
there.
music to Dreyden?
What is music to Dreyden? Music is something that I can feel, something that I can relate to, whether it be a story song. Usually it is some kind of a story song, whether it's true, whether it's a train song or a song about being in prison or something like that. You know, I try to make a song. You know, it don't always have to be 100% true, but you know, you're singing to the feller on the bar stool the same as you're singing to the woman in the church pew.
Right. I like how you put that too, actually. But you know, one song that is so true, and it comes from an experience that I'm sure you'll never forget, and that's the fabulous true song that you've written, A Soldier's Story. Share with me the backstory of the war veteran who inspired you with this song before he moved on in life.
Absolutely. That was a song that I'm so fortunate. I count myself fortunate every day for being able to write that. I met a veteran that was a veteran of World War II, and he was telling me some of the things that he had seen and experienced and witnessed overseas while fighting. And, you know, I thought, well, that's all good and well. And I enjoyed talking to him, and counted myself just fortunate, you know, to be able to talk to him and to hear those stories. And I didn't have any intentions at the time of writing a song or anything like that about his life, but as the day progressed after that meeting, if you will, I thought, you know, those stories are too good not to be told, not to be retold. And so I sat down and I rewrote the things that he had told me and wrote them into a song about. If you're listening to the song, you'll hear things about Iwo Jima and Nagasaki, and those were all things that he told me that he had seen while in combat overseas. So this is a song not only just World War II veterans, but it's a song that I like to sing to honor all of the veterans of any branch and any war and any time that helped to fight for what we call freedom and democracy.
Oh, you just speak so well. That is so nice of you. I know he's looking down.
He's getting ready to run for frickin' governor.
I mean, president. I'm like, vote for Dreyden Gordon. What? He's an all-around everything. What? He got my vote. And, you know, you have my vote on this song. It's a great song. I am honored to present Dreyden Gordon and Soldier's Story right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
He said, I seen him raise the flag at Iwo Jima. I saw the ruins of Nagasaki in Japan, and I fought what seemed like 1,000 battles. I didn't know if I would make it home again. Said there's memories I've got, I'm glad to have them, but a few of them that I'd like to forget, like all the buddies that I saw dying the night that they tried to sink our ship. So thank you to the men and the women will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And when they sing, they'll say, can you see? He said, I'm just a country boy from Kentucky, and that's all I'll ever be. But I love my God, my family, and my country, and I love this thought of being free. Now he's growing old, he's been forgotten, like so many more, you know. But let us take the time to remember all those who did and didn't make it home. So thank you to the men and the women who fought to keep this country free. And I will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And when they sing, oh say, can you see? So thank you to the men and the women who fought to keep this country free. I will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And when they sing, they'll say, can you see? Thank you to each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for your service and dedication to our country. God bless you all.
Woo! If you don't know now, you know that's Dreyden Gordon, baby. Yeah, that's Dreyden Gordon. You know, I love your name, Dreyden.
Well, thank you very much.
I was saying your name, not like we're boyfriend or girlfriend, but I was saying your name and thinking like, I can hear that name as soap opera star Dreyden Gordon. You know, I can hear that name. Oh, but there's so much more. I'm like, race car driver Dreyden Gordon, who's the son, you know, the Gordon.
You'd rather hear it at the AMAs.
Right on, right on. And the Grammy goes too. And the Grammy goes too.
I appreciate the compliment on the name. It's a name that has caused me great trouble throughout my life. Nobody has ever figured out how to spell it right.
Well, they get a little homework in it all. That's how you do, because that's how you do my name. I give you a math problem. They be like, Sylvia? Sylvia? No, it's Sylvia minus the ya, and they'll stand there going, Sylvia. Oh, Silvy. Yeah, that's it. Hey, you know, you have some guy here named Billy who's saying, have you ever heard of flat picking?
Yeah, flat picking. That's one of the common forms of playing the guitar in bluegrass. I usually use the thumb pick myself, but you know, a lot of bluegrass artists use the flat pick and really can play a guitar a lot better than I can. I do a good job trying to fake it up on stage.
Well, you know what? You need to give yourself more credit, my man, because you are simply fantastic. Honestly.
Thank you.
Is there any other instruments that you play?
Well, yeah, I play piano. I taught myself to play piano about 2 or 3 years ago. It was something that I'd always wanted to do, and just finally sat down and figured out a few chords just playing by ear. I don't read music on guitar or anything, you know. What I do is simply by ear. So if it's wrong, that's why.
That's all right. Am I correct that you have 11 songs released?
Yes.
Is that
11 songs.
Is they singles, CD, albums? How are they released? As singles?
Soldier Story was released as a single with a full country band. It's got drums and electric guitar and bass and acoustic guitar and all that good stuff on it. Then before that came out, I had an album, a full album come out entitled Echoes of Tradition, and that is 10 cover songs, traditional bluegrass style songs, if you will, that I grew up listening to, and I wanted to release that as a tribute to my heroes and so many of the forefathers of bluegrass and country music. And hopefully very soon there will be some more new music coming out in the near future. I don't want to put a date on that. I don't want to give out too much information, but we'll leave it at that.
Well, hey, keep me posted on that, if you will. I'd love to share that out as well. But do you find songwriting easy or challenging for you?
Well, I'll tell you this just like I told somebody else when they asked me about a process as far as songwriting goes. I don't have a process. I don't really know how I do it. I see inspiration in everyday life, or I hear something and I think, well, that sounds like that could be a song or something. And I'll maybe make up a couple lines. And it'll just go. It'll either get finished or it'll get put in a shoebox, and I'll finish it some other time.
That's right.
Writing, when it comes to the writing, I draw inspiration from everyday life, and that's about as much as I can say. I don't have a process, and I don't. I consider myself fortunate to be able to pull some of these songs out of space, if you will, and write them.
That's exactly what you're saying, though. At 18, and he's doing the same thing, and we've got friends that are veteran in the businesses for 40 plus years.
Yeah.
They say the same exact thing. How do you get the inspiration for some of these songs? He goes, hey, sometimes I can be driving past a farm.
And it's striking.
And all of a sudden, you know what?
Yes.
He goes, or I can hear a conversation in a bar, 2 chairs down from me that's like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right. It's everyday life that gives you the gift.
Well, with that said, let me just put a little plink plink in your ear because I've never heard a bluegrass or country song about Queen Silvy. Think about that. Keep that in the back of your mind. Just back on that shoulder. I never heard a song about Queen
Country
Silvy.
song about the Queen. Huh?
Yeah,
I don't know about all that.
Had this interview with a girl named Queen Silvy. I'm just saying.
Can
I had
mute this mic over there and listen.
No. Everyone is multi-talented in some way or another because, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm just telling you so that you know I do more than just talk. But, do you have siblings, by the way?
I have some step siblings, yes.
Okay, I have 8 brothers and sisters.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to ask him, too, is mom and dad, where did you get that music from?
He's so
What's
late.
that?
He's coming back with that one when we talked about it.
No, I kind of missed that. Did mom and dad play an instrument?
Nope,
No,
he's the only
I was
one.
the only one in the entire family who could play anything, and they'd be the first to tell you that they couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
Okay, interesting. I just wondered. Okay.
He's so talented.
Something he picked up all by himself. Good for you.
Well, what I picked up by myself is what I was going to tell you. With 8 brothers and sisters, and my mom would be like, and she's a single parent with 8 children. Oh, that's hard. But she'd be like, go outside and play. And I'm like, I don't have anything to play. So I started out making music, flicking sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Now I play the spoons. You know anybody to play the spoons?
I used to play the spoons.
Yes,
And,
you are.
From the time I was about 7 until about the time I was 10 or 11, I played them on stage some and
I love it.
singing stuff. Yeah, for sure.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're going to play 9-Pound Hammer. What do you have to say
All
about
right.
that song? Tell me about it.
Well, that's one of those old traditional style numbers right there that goes back to the days of Merle Travis, I do believe, back in the early 40s or early 50s, something like that. It was a number written about the coal mines of Kentucky and the kind of the life of a coal mining man. So here in eastern Kentucky, where I'm from, that's a very, very common story, a very common life.
Hey.
So this was a song that I was proud to record, one entitled "The 9-Pound Hammer."
Hey, it's a great song. You're a great artist. I present it to you live on the Queen Silvy Show, 9-Pound Hammer from Dreyden Gordon. Well, 9-Pound Hammer just
Didn't want to cooperate.
pounded their way right on down the street and would not come on. But we're going to continue.
Come on.
Yeah, we're going to continue on smooth or see
Okay.
what happened with that there. But I have to ask you this, though, Dreyden. With a strong, nice, and mature voice, as a kid and now as an adult, and I know you've heard people say, "Oh, you have this one wonderful voice." Have you ever experienced a scary or an intimidated moment?
Well, I don't know that I would say scary or intimidating, but I think that every artist, especially when they first start out, has bad nerves before getting on stage, and I still get a little bit nervous, from time to time getting on stage. But I think that that's part of what makes a musician. I think when you fully lose those nerves, you kind of lose the connection of the heart to the music.
That's true. You have it?
Mhm.
Okay, well, we have it now, so let's get it
All
on
right.
with 9 Pound Hammer from Drayden Gordon right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
Yeah. So I need to apologize. That 9 pound hammer is just too damn heavy.
That song is so hot. It's so hot, you got to go out there and get it yourself.
We'll get her and we'll feature it on another show.
Yeah, we'll get it and we'll play it on. But if you close your eyes, well, I'm talking to the world. If you close your eyes and you hear Drayden Gordon's brilliant voice, you would think that the person behind that is much older, right? But have you ever had any female fans, including the little old ladies, come at you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that actually, I have a story about that if we got time for
Oh,
it.
believe me. Yes, bring it. Yes.
I was doing a show, and I'm not going to say where. I don't want to give that out. I don't want anybody to draw any assumptions or anything. But I will say that I had my grandmother with me at the show. All right,
Mm-hmm.
she went. I had my grandmother with me. She went with me to the show, and I was packing up, getting ready to leave, and this lady, she probably in her 50s, maybe early 60s, I don't know, missing about 6 or 7 front teeth, comes up to me and she says, "I ain't got no husband. You ought to take me home with you."
And she was
I
serious.
said, "Well, we'll have to see about that some other time."
She was probably
And I-
serious too. She's like, look. But you know what? How is that with you right now? Are you headstrong, focused on your career, or now that you're an adult, young adult, are you interested in getting involved with a relationship? Where are you at with that? Let's settle that right now for those that's waiting.
Well, I try to keep relationship matters kind of private, and I don't try to publish any of that, online or in public or anything like that. But I stay focused quite a bit on my career and on my music, whether it be on the radio or on the TV or on the road.
Smart guy.
And interestingly enough, and he's talked about it earlier, you miss out when you chose a career path. You chose to, well, I may have to leave some of my friends behind. I may not have, the love that I want right now, but the love I've got in this music is satisfying to me now. That's what I want. You make a lot of sacrifices. Do you ever have any regrets, or do you sometimes miss the growing up part?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I have any regrets. I'm very fortunate to be able to do what I love, and I love what I do. I will say, you was talking about the growing up part. It was kind of funny years ago when I'd be in like middle school or early high school or something. The teacher, or other classmates would say, "Well, what'd you do over the weekend?" I said, "Oh, I played a show to 2,000 people." "Oh, quit lying! Don't be lying, y'all! I'm gonna send you the principal's office." "Well, you can get on YouTube, look it up, because it's on there."
That's all right. I love it. I love it. It's the little things in life that matters too. And these little things that I found really interesting. Do you know Grammy award-winning country artist Ricky Skaggs?
I have met Ricky a few times.
Is he cool in your book?
I don't get into a lot of things like that.
Boy, I'm testing you, and you passing every test. I mean, you real smart. You got a good head. Well,
He's very talented. He's actually from about 20 miles up the road from where I'm from.
Absolutely, because that's what I was going to say. I found, and I have nothing against Ricky Skaggs. He's a very talented guy. He has a Grammy, and I don't. Okay, but I was noticing that you're destined to become even bigger than him. I found little things that you have in common with him. It might not mean nothing to you, but it's something that I found.
Okay.
So I found that yes, he's from Kentucky. You're from Kentucky, right? You started out very young. He started out very young. At the age of 7, you began performing. At the age of 7, Ricky Skaggs had already played on stage with Bluegrass founder Bill Monroe. Now, Ricky Skaggs began doing bluegrass, and he converted to doing bluegrass and country like you began bluegrass, and now you're doing bluegrass and country. You're exceptional. So pat yourself on the back with that guitar, okay? Ricky Skaggs is pretty good with the mandolin and the fiddle. Ricky Skaggs, he appeared at the Grand Ole Opry, and I know that you aim to perform in the Grand Ole Opry.
Well, would certainly be counted a check off in the bucket list right there.
So what other plans and goals do you have for this year as well as the future?
Well, so far this year is really looking like it's going to be a busy year. I'm very fortunate and very excited about that. I've got a lot of shows coming up. I've got a local show on Friday here, and then later on next month's really going to be looking busy. March 4th, I'll be in South Carolina, and March 5th in Georgia, and then some shows in Ohio after that. Yeah, I mean, right now the plan is just keep on keeping on, and to hopefully make this year even bigger and better than the years in the past.
Wow, that's great. You're almost up to Ohio. You didn't come up in these parts up in Ohio. Now we were from Texas, but last couple of years I'm up in Ohio doing some things. So like I have to go down to, where are you going to be on the March 4th? Because my birthday is March 3rd, you know. So March 4th, you're going to be where?
Going to be in Florence, South Carolina.
South Carolina ain't too far away. I know we've been through there.
No, that's Kentucky. That's the one that says Florence, y'all.
Oh, that's Kentucky? Yeah, we've been through there too. But before we go, though, tell me about the disc jockeying that you do too. I mean, like you disc jockey at parties and things like that. You have your own equipment type of disc jockeying, or radio station?
Not exactly like it was in a DJ, more or less like, spinning the records like that. But on 2 radio stations, I'm a disc jockey.
2
news
radio
anchor.
stations, you disc jockey. 2, you also news anchor, right?
Yes, the same 2, yes.
Wow, you are so. Some women's gonna be giving you a marriage proposal before you even know they're like, hey, I want to marry this guy. But that's phenomenal. It really is. I mean,
What made you get into radio?
that's great.
Well, that was something I'd always wanted to do, was radio. I remember always being fascinated with it and fascinated with the voices behind it and everything like that. So that was just a dream come true. And when I heard there was an opening at the local radio station, I put in an application, and I didn't hear anything and really didn't expect to hear anything. And about 2 months later, I got a call and said, come in for an interview. And I really didn't do too much of an interview. I walked in, I shook the owner's hand. She said, let me show you around.
Wow.
That's history. The rest is history.
Wow. That is so great. You probably can walk in any store and get what you want, Colonel.
Well, I don't know about that. They still don't give me a discount at Colonel Sanders KFC.
Well, they certainly should, by golly. Gee, Willikers.
You're not down by Corbin, though, are you?
No, Corbin's a couple hours from me. I'm over here kind of in the corner where Ohio and West Virginia meets Kentucky. I'm on the Kentucky side.
Oh, all right. Oh, down where all the trouble was with the Hatfields and McCoys.
Not too far. Not too far.
Right on. Well, you know what, Dreyden, I so enjoyed my conversation with you. I look forward to so much with you, so that I can say, I know him. girl, I know who he is. Okay, that's what's up. We one day gonna be in the audience, and you'll know us because you'll know us.
Yeah, we're kind of hard to miss.
we're gonna most definitely make it a point because it's nothing like a live performance. And I don't know how you do it. You have exceptional stage presence. No one would never know this guy is ever nervous. He get on and just pretty much take the mic from the host and just do it. And there was something that I saw you do with the audience where you made them interact back with you.
Participation.
You did like this. Woo! And they did it back with you. What was that you did? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. That was at the Ryman Auditorium when I played it. Minnie Pearl, famous comedian, had a thing. She used to walk out on stage and say, "Howdy!"
Right.
And just like that, the audience would say it back. You know, I don't know if I might have cut out on the microphone.
No, you're great.
Trying to say that, but so I didn't even know I was going to do it, and I walked out on stage, and I looked at the audience, and I said, well, "I'm just so proud to be here," and then I said that, and they said it back, and
well, say it again, because me and Smooth going to do it. I want to be like that. Say it.
All right, we'll do the whole interaction here. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, a great big howdy to you, friends and neighbors. It's my pleasure, privilege, and honor to be here with you. A great big old howdy!
Howdy!
There we go. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all are on top of it, just like that.
Yeah, we're country enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll. I'm just, no. Get myself back. But listen, I really absolutely appreciate you taking the time to be here on the show, and I look forward to so much more with you, as well as hopefully coming back on the show. Keep me informed on all that you're doing. We're going to go out with Rambling Letters, but before we do, tell everyone how you can be followed on social media and where they can go to get your album, keep up with you, as well as get music.
Well, absolutely. First of all, before we get into that, I want to say a great big thank you to you and Tim for having me on your program this morning, or this afternoon, I guess it is now. It has been my pleasure and honor, and hopefully we've been able to talk about something that some of the listeners might find just a little bit fascinating.
Absolutely.
As far as the online stuff goes, you can find me on, let's see, it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Got a lot of things going on TikTok. I always tell people to follow us on there. We try to make announcements on all the platforms, but I always tell people if I'm not on it, you don't need to be on it either. My music's also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, all that other good gunk like that I don't quite understand. But it is on it. It should be on just about every single platform that you can imagine out there. And we're just proud to have it on there. Once again, thank you all so much, and it has been my pleasure and privilege.
It is ours, too. You're Googleable, so you can just say, just Google me, because I am Googleable.
Yeah, you can just Google me. And
you are famous, and you are doing some great things. Tell me about Rambling Letters before we play it.
Sure thing. Rambling Letters is another one of those old-time numbers, one of them classic tales of a heartbroken feller that's all he's got left of a failed relationship was those letters that his woman wrote him rambling around. So it's kind of a lonesome number right like that, and we'll turn it over to you now.
All right. I love it. Thank you so much, Dreyden. We're going to definitely be in touch with you, and I appreciate you so much for making me love bluegrass and country music even more, because there's no one like Dreyden Gordon, and you have it going on.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Have a good day, and we'll be in touch with you. Let's go out and let's check it out with Rambling Letters. And when we get back, Silvy Amid, the fun word guessing game, comes on with our last contestant for the month of January, going for all that gas. So stay tuned, but enjoy Rambling Letters by Dreyden Gordon. And that's what we're going to do. You got it?
Yeah, it's the format that it got sent to me, and I needed to open it up differently.
Not a problem.
I don't want your rambling letters. I don't want your picture in a frame. Honey, all I want is you in person. won't you let me change your name? I'm so tired of long distance kisses. Honey, love by me, well, it's all so cold. I just want you in my arms, dear, and then I'll love it just I can't go old. I don't want your Amberlin letters. I don't want your picture in a frame. Honey, all I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name? Mama said you'd come home soon. Papa warned me not to wait. Little sister thinks you still love me. Hurry home, don't make me wait. I don't want your Amberlin letters. I don't want your picture in a frame. Honey, all I want is you in person. Won't you let me change your name?
Yes. Yes. Get yourself in.
Hang on a second.
Get some of this great music. Dreyden Gordon has it going on.
Exceptionally good
Multi-talented
song.
superstar. That was Ramden Letters. There's so much more music available. Go and subscribe. If his YouTube channel, follow him on every social media platform out there. Just go to Google and type in Dreyden Gordon, and you will get hooked up on the real. Makes great gifts, makes a great evening, morning, and you can listen to this music any and every time. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love you and appreciate you for being here, listening, watching in on the Queen Silvy Show with our magnificent guests. We have Silvy amid the fun word guessing game coming up in just a moment with our last contestant for the month of January going for all that cash. Before I go any further, though, I must say I am honored to have given birth to such a beautiful, wonderful, multi-talented, gifted, loving young lady whose birthday is today. That's right. Hey, happy birthday to my daughter, Shanika Easley, out there in this world, making a stamp, making a difference. And I'm so proud to be her mother. In fact, it's my birthday, too, because this is the day that I gave birth. So where's my gift?
There you are.
I also want to say happy birthday to a superstar. He also is born a superstar. You can catch him on our Thursdays Now You Know show. Kane Patino, superstar Kane Patino, happy birthday to you as well. Go out and make the most of your day. I do, before we get into Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game, want to give some shout outs to my great kings and queens worldwide. Very deserving for their shout out, like you, Kinsley Patino, Queen Jenna, Queen Ashley, Follette Clark, and Kenneth Rawls. Shout out to you. To Helen Myers, Peace Myers, Corey and Casey Patino, and Joan Mercer. Shout out to you. Queen Aaliyah, Asia Tay, Maya, Camille, and Dejo. Shout out to you. To my grandsons, my Poobapoos, my princes, Omari, Jonathan Jr., and Tyron, shout out to you. As well as Jonathan Sr., Lee Allen Sr., shout out to you. To Queen Sonia, Kaki, Shanika, Brianna, Alana, Precious. Did I say them all? Yeah. Shout out to you, as well as Kelly and Ryan and the All American Boys, Matt and Tracy, and the All American Girls. Shout out to you. Patricia Wilhelm McGiffin, C. Shorty Franklin, Renita Easley, Gold Rosa, Donna Ferry, and Pam Bailey. Shout out to you, my queens. All the way down in Africa, shout out to Amy Kanima, Websterito Hostile Flow, Hero Boy, and Princess Aria Lua. Shout out to you. To Sassy Savage, I said Websterito Hostile Flow. Forgive me. For Sassy Savage, Robin Taylor, DJ Team Broke 100. Shout out to you. To my queens over in the United Kingdom, Beth Lambert, Nicola Jones, Bethany Jones, and Kay Cross, shout out to you. From the Netherlands, Edith Verhoek. From Europe, is he in Spain, I believe? Lorenzo Gabaniza, as well as James and Audrey, Serious Edition, Nana Linda Hartley, shout out to you. Sandra and Ben Johnson, Melody Gorbs Dodd, Brian Pearson, shout out to you. To my good friend Joe Mass, Emmanuel Zeotech, Damu Gotti, and Mike Hamlet, shout out to you. Hey, 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 hey. If you would love to be shouted out, hey, we'd love to shout you out. 3 days a week, every Tuesday, with the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show, every Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits, special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas, and every Thursday with the Now You Know Show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim. By simply sending us your name and your contact information to Queen Silvy at comic.com, go to the website, thequeensylvyshow.com, or where you're viewing or listening to this, you can pop it in that comment section. And again, my good man Smooth will make sure we get that taken care of and handled the right way. Right, Smoothie?
Well, Queen, if you say so, then
I insist.
Indeed.
I
Our guest should be joining us pretty soon here.
Our guest certainly should be joining us pretty soon.
Anyhow, I want to thank our guest. He was very, very entertaining. And for such a very young man, has accomplished a whole lot of things. And I hope some individuals got some great ideas and some great tips on how to progress their future, I guess, Queen, from even that.
That's all right. Well, you know something? This is the month of January, and we're now finna flip into February. So if you love to play Sylvia Made the Fun Word Guessing Game, February or March, get us your information and let's get connected and get on with that there. I'm honored. I am so, I feel so great with my conversation with Dreyden Gordon. I love his name. I love his music. I love his personality. He is a very intelligent young man doing some fantastic things. It takes a lot. I know some older adults right now that can't perform and travel and do what this young man do, or work the many years that he's faithfully doing and on the right path. I'm loving it.
You know what? I was looking at myself typing. Here, let me get it on you.
On me, on me.
I'm like, why am I looking at myself typing?
Because you like looking at yourself typing. On this terrific Tuesday, the multiple award-winning The Queen Silvy Show. Don't forget, write it down because it's a different time, Wednesday and Thursday show. Tomorrow is Wednesday with Tim's Tidbits special co-host Larry E. out of Dallas, Texas. I want to say it's political. It's so fantastic and mind-blowing. There is not a show like that show, and it brings you to the point where you have an opinion and something to say about the realness and the truth that's being shed to light. That is in the evenings on Wednesdays. Tim's Tidbits, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do check your time zones, but it doesn't stop there because we aim to bring the best in live entertainment, talents, topics, as well as resources from around the world just for you. Tune in Thursday because we have the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim that is inspirational, encouraging, and even funny segments from some great kings and queens from around the world. Every segment is only about 5 minutes long, so surely you have time to get represented and represent these great people with their wonderful segments that they have just for you. That is Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, do check your time zones, but do join us if you will. I am awaiting for my guest here for Silvy Miss. Sometimes they get scared. They're like, "Ugh, I'm scared. I can't do it. I don't think I can do it."
Well, it happens also occasionally. Sometimes it goes into their spam and they don't see it coming popping right up when we do our little invite link. So,
well, I'll give it a few
No,
moments
big
because,
deal.
I'm ready to get my eat on, and then I'm ready to go and listen and finish listening to Dreyden Gordon. I've been listening to Dreyden Gordon all weekend long, let me just tell you, and I'm ready to pick up my spoons and join in, or, Smooth has the guitars going on too. So we're going to wait. We're going to see. But why don't you check out this resource? You
yeah,
have
we can do
resource?
that as copying that link real quick, and it's going to send her the link on her Facebook. So, anyhow.
Okay, because there's more ways than one to communicate,
Just
right?
communicate.
That's
Yes,
right.
there is.
So check out this resource, and when we get back, let's get it on with Silvy Amid, the fun word guessing game right here on the Queen Silvy Show.
Hi, my name is Kate Hudson Hall. I am an author, therapist, and podcaster. My new book has been released called Anxiety Hacks, with proven techniques, tools, and tips to calmness. So if you suffer from generalized anxiety, panic attacks, or feel abnormally anxious about certain things, within Anxiety Hacks, I show you how you can overcome these conditions, successfully enjoy a healthy and carefree life. My website is katehudson-hall.com. Anxiety Hacks is available now on Amazon.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, 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 I'm here waiting to play Silvy Amid. Yes,
Yes, yes,
I'm here
yes.
waiting to play Silvy Amid. I think our guest
Un momento, por
contestant
favor.
is coming in right now. I think she
Hello,
is here.
hello, everybody.
Lori, how are you?
I'm amazing. How are you guys? You look so good.
I was going to say that about you. Just state your name for everyone and where you are at this moment.
Yeah, so Lori Dunham. I am here in Arlington, Texas, everybody. Thank you for letting me be a part of the show.
Absolutely. Silvy Amid, the fun word guessing game. You're the last contestant for the month of January, going for some cash prizes. I want you
Just
to
in
know.
time.
We send it out no matter where you are in the world. It's a simple game. It's very easy. Smooth will call out a letter, and then I will say on your mark, get set, go. You will have 60 seconds to name as many words as you can. Let me get my clock set up here. You will have 60 seconds to name as many words beginning with the letter Smooth calls out. Smooth, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get my pencil ready. What is the letter, Smooth?
Hang on. The letter of the day is O.
O is the letter. On your mark, get set, go.
Go.
Octagon, octopus, octet, origami, uh, oh gosh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. Okay. Let's see. Orlando, or obtuse, uh, let's see, let's see, oil, oligarchy. I didn't know all these words were in my head. Let's see. O-H-O. Wow. What an easy letter.
Well, we've had someone that did Z. Can you imagine Z? I'm like, zoo, and I'm done. zoo. That's
Well,
it.
how many did I get?
Like 11.
Hang on a second here. Let me get this.
11.
11 words is not bad.
You did real well.
It's not bad. That's not the winner for the month. I know someone who's jumping up a joy. On January the 10th, we had Dejour Walker. He did 22 words. So Dejour
Oh my
Walker.
goodness. What was his letter?
His letter was D.
Oh, come on.
His letter was D. And but we've had it every week. We play this each and every week, and whomever has the most at the end of the month wins. So it's a new month coming. Come on back and give it a swing, because it's easy when you're not playing, but then when you're playing, it's like, oh. And I want to give you props. Where's my audience? Give her some, because she was using words that I didn't even know. I'm like, you go, girl.
You know what? That's what happens when you go to college and you learn all these words and they go back here.
Right.
And that's why. You go to college,
we
you
usually
have
tell
words
people
for the Queen Silvy Show.
We usually tell people to compound the word open, opens, opened, opening.
Oh.
That's how,
that's
how you can do it.
So when
Just
you come
plural.
up with a word, compound it, pluralize it, whatever.
Open, opener, opening. There's 3 words right there. Orange.
I didn't even get to the P. I was like OLOGOH.
Orange, oranges. There's 2. You know, orange, oranges.
Yeah,
you know,
orange.
To it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I didn't get down that far in the alphabet.
You was trying to work OAOB.
She was giving out some great words. I'm like,
She's going,
optometrist. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Obtuse.
Yeah. I was like, wow, she's pretty good, man.
Man, she got some creative words.
Right? That was very good.
This was like call out words that you know, not create new words for the English language, Lori.
Nevertheless, 11 words is not bad at all. Listen, trust me, you're more than what some do. And it's all in good fun. And you're more than welcome to try for February, because, look, it's what we do every Tuesday on the Queen Silvy Show. So plug yourself. What is it that you do, and how can you be followed?
Oh man, so this is a new venture, not really new, but started in the permitting and drafting world in construction. So we do the permitting and drafting, utility coordination for all kinds of construction projects, residential, commercial, all across the country. It absolutely blew up last year, and I'm helping more and more people every day. It's amazing.
Wow. That is so great. We got construction going on here. Come on over to Ohio and do it. I know Texas always has some kind of construction going on. That is really great. I'm proud of you, Lori.
Thank you. Yeah, we're all nationwide. So, any state we can.
So how
any
can
city.
someone get in contact with you to find out more?
Yeah, so we're in the middle of bringing up our new website today. So give me a minute tomorrow to be looking at it, but it's dpdpros.com. dpdpros.com.
I love it. Lori is a great friend of ours. We go back all the way in Texas, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You are one of the hardest working women. You know how to grind and keep it going. And if opportunity doesn't knock, you create it. And I give you props on that, on the real.
Thank you. That is so nice. Thank you. And
you
my
know
mentor,
it's true. Come
right?
on.
So
you know it's true. Who's your mentor?
You are. You're my mentor.
Stop, Lori. That's so nice of you, Lori. We'll send the
I'm
check
so
to you
honored
anyway
to be
for
on your
that
show.
compliment.
You guys are just knocking it out. You guys are doing a great job, and I'm so proud you guys are able to keep it going. It's wonderful.
Thank you. We have 3 shows a week now, 3 different shows a week that we do. Smooth has a show tomorrow evening with. Do you remember Larry E, comedian Larry E in Texas? He's the co-host of Tim's show, Tim's Tidbits.
Excellent.
And then on Thursdays we have the Now You Know show, where there's people. We have I don't know how many shows. They have segments. It's not about us, it's about them. Each person comes on and has their own segment, what they're inspiring, motivating, teaching, or doing. Then we also have the show question of the week every Thursday, where people video in their answers to the questions every week. So it's fantastic. We love what we're doing. I plan to be down in Texas, and when I do, I'll hook you up so that we can, I don't know, do some, what was that we did in your driveway that time?
Hopscotch?
No,
the
planks.
I don't know that I could do that now.
Oh, the planks. Well, I'll figure something out. But nevertheless, Lori, I thank you for taking the time and being here on the show, playing Sylvia Mid. You know where you stand in my book, but come back and play it again. Now that you know there's a catch to it, Come on back and get it.
Well, I sure do appreciate and love you guys. And thank you so much for letting me be here. And,
no problem, Lori.
Stay in touch.
We'll
Big
be
hugs
in touch.
to you all.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
All right. Dreyden Walker, January 10th took it on, and he got 22 words, so it looks like he'll be getting the cash for January. Come on aboard for February. You know, we keep it going every Tuesday on the multiple award-winning show doing the Sylvia Mid. But until then, because you know I fasted this morning, and I'm so ready to grub. I am, like, ready to smash. But also, I want you to go and check out Dreyden Gordon. He is a fantastic bluegrass country singer doing so freaking much at just 18 years old. What? You hear his music, you would not believe it, but he is the one today. Tomorrow, go get it. Smooth, how can we be followed?
We can be followed by simply Googling us and or going to the Queen Silvy website at www.thequeensilvyshow.com.
Hey, we're Googleable. Find us. We're everywhere, always bringing the best in live entertainment, talents, and topics, as well as resources from around the world just for you. Again, tune in tomorrow for Tim's Tidbits. Special co-host Larry E. That is in the evening, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, Thursday for the Now You Know show with Queen Silvy and Smooth Tim in the evenings at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times. Do check your time zones. But with that said,
see if we can get out of here with 9-pound hammer. Otherwise,
oh, you got it.
Oh, I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, hey, and if we can, we're going to go out with 9-pound hammer, by Dreyden Gordon right here on the Queen Silvy Show. So with that said,
till next week, same Queen time, same Queen station.
That's
Queen
right.
and I shall holla. Bye.
For the 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy. Honey, for my size, oh Lordy, baby, for my size. I'm a going on the mountain, I'm gonna see my baby. But I ain't a coming back, oh no, well, I ain't a coming back. Hey, on birdie, don't you go so slow. Tell me how can I, oh Lord, when the wheels won't go. Hey, well, on birdie, pull your load of coal. Yeah, how can I pull, oh Lord, when the wheels won't roll? With a 9-pound hammer that killed John Henry, it ain't gonna kill me, oh no, it ain't gonna kill me. Hey, I'm just a poor boy, long ways from home. I'm from Kentucky, hey, I'm from Kentucky. Hey, well, on birdie, don't you go so slow. Tell me how can I roll, oh my, when the wheels won't go. Hey, well, on birdie, pull your load of coal. How can I pull, oh my, when the wheels won't roll? It's a long way to Harlan, it's a long way to Hazard, just to get a little boo, oh Lord, just to get a little boo. Well, and when I'm long gone, you can make my tune slow. Out of number 9 coal, oh my, out of number 9 coal. Hey, well, on birdie, don't you go so slow. How can I roll, oh Lord, when the wheels won't go? Hey, well, on birdie, pull your load of coal. Tell me how can I pull, oh Lord, when the wheels won't roll? It's a 9-pound hammer, it's a little too heavy. Honey, for my size, oh Lordy, baby, for my size.